I'm afraid that this is your stop. Lightning. It doesn't look like anyone else got off here but you.
You don't look like you're from around here. So, what are you doing in a hellhole like this?
I heard a rumor about a clavis. Supposedly it's in this desert.
The Holy Clavis? Right. That thing that's supposed to summon the souls of the dead. You think it's real then, do you? Sounds unlikely to me. I mean, think about it. Calling the souls of the dead and opening the door to the afterlife?
Only one way to find out for sure. I'm hoping the locals might know more. Is there a town around here?
Keep walking and you'll run into it. Not that I'd call it a town exactly. But, an outsider coming to look for the clavis, huh? You ain't with the Order, are you?
No, just a curious citizen.
Oh, sure. Plain old curiosity drove you out into this hellhole. You're plenty curious, all right. Be careful you don't get mixed up in any trouble. There's a real strange bunch of bandits out there, hunting treasure.
Why don't you find those bandits' headquarters and see what they know? I'm sure they'll have information about the ruins and Clavis. This is just a guess, but I would imagine that most of the people living here in the desert are bandits in search of treasure. After all, why would anyone choose to live in a place like this without a good and lucrative reason? According to the Order's records, there's a faction here identifying themselves as Bandits. They search the ruins in the desert, collecting treasures and relics, and then sell them.
They sound more like grave robbers than bandits. How many are there?
There used to be a lot, but their numbers have dwindled. It seems there's not much treasure left in the ruins. They've picked them bare over the years, and there's no real money in it any longer. The Holy Clavis is thought to be the only valuable relic that's still yet undiscovered.
Yeah, and we're hoping to find it in a few days. You know, for a smart guy, you seem to have a knack for impossible plans. My journey doesn't end here. Which way should I go now?
As you can see, there are no roads in the desert. It's all up to you to find a way.
I'm in the middle of the desert looking for a lost treasure, and you can't help me.
Can't be helped. I've hit a wall. The lack of information on that clavis is almost unnatural. I don't know if the information has just been lost in time, or if someone has purposefully concealed it. The end result is the same. There's nothing to be found.
Welcome. I've come out here to sell Tobias's wares. You do know of Tobias's store, don't you? If you're looking for the greatest merchant in the desert, that would be my master Tobias. Not that there are many rivaling businesses out here to challenge him, of course. See me anytime.
Settlement nearby is probably the bandit gang's base. They should know something about the clavis, considering how much time they've spent in the ruins. But be careful if you go in there.
Come and get it. Hope, can you tell me anything about this?
Let me see. Well, I can tell you with certainty that it's old. That's obvious enough. Yet it's made with advanced technology, and its purpose is a complete mystery. It doesn't appear to operate independently. It must need other parts in order to work.
No looking back. See you never.
Night has fallen. Here in the desert, when the sun goes down, many of the monsters return to their lairs.
Monsters sleeping through the night? That's a nice change.
Yes, it's quite unlike the rest of the world. Out on these sands, it's actually safer to travel at night than during the day. Though the same is not true within the ruins themselves. The unsaved dead wander those dark passages, unsleeping and unheeding of time. That's what my records say.
The dead up and wandering around? Are you telling me that I'm facing zombies next?
More accurately, people who got lost there and then succumbed to the chaos. Their flesh and their minds have rotted away, but something still animates them, driving them to wander in the dark.
So, I better enjoy the peace and quiet while I can. I'd rather they stay at peace too.
It's a nice thought, but now, destroying them is the only way to bring them any peace.
This is a branch of the famous Tobias's store you know and love. You do know Tobias. He is the preferred merchant of the great bandit gang Monoculus. Out here in the desert, he's in a class of his own. Visit the main store!
There's at least one settlement here in the desert. Hopefully, you'll be able to rest up there. But it seems like it's the bandits' base. They may not exactly welcome a stranger like you.
Well, considering how they've been tracking me, I don't think I'll need to introduce myself.
So, you noticed. Yes, it looks as though they've been keeping an eye on you ever since you stepped foot in their desert.
Let 'em.
You're close to the gang settlement. If you're feeling lost, try checking the signposts that you find here and there.
journey doesn't end here. Let this be your judgment. Single blow. See you never. This will soon be over. My journey doesn't end here.
to go. You're nearly to the settlement now. I'm sure that you're looking forward to a bit of rest. But I wouldn't let your guard down if I were you. I would guess that everyone living there is part of the bandit gang.
So don't be surprised if I wake up at knife point, is that it? Fine by me. It'd give me an excuse to beat some information out of them.
You'd use yourself as bait? Just for that? I guess that's just like you. But don't let yourself get hurt, okay?
I've been surveying the desert all these long years. But I have been completely flummoxed by those cursed tablets. I've been surveying the desert, but I've...
Unusual to see a traveler around these parts. This is Ruffian, the only settlement in the desert. It used to be a real town once, but most people have gone and given up on the bandit life. We're all that's left.
What's this? A tourist, eh? If you really want to get any of us to talk, you'd better go see Adonis first.
It appears that you aren't one of those secutors from the Order. The secutors are the greatest rivals that this gang has. Not that either side is particularly close to getting the Holy Clavis anytime soon. They'll never get it if they can't get that door unsealed.
The buildings here are ancient structures from another age. I don't know whether to call this a town or a fortress, but it's definitely unique.
I'd say definitely criminal is closer. At least there's not much of a dress code, other than looking like a thief.
Where'd you come from? You're not one of those sneaks from the Order, are you?
Well, would it really matter if I were?
No. I'm not gonna tell you a thing either way, so you might as well move on.
Guess I should have known better than to ask some lowly grunt. You're no help to me. Where's the boss?
If you think you're gonna get to meet our boss, you'd better learn to ask nicely.
Did I hurt your feelings? Excuse me, but would you do me the great honor of showing me the way to your boss? Please.
I don't have no help to spare for strangers. Find the boss yourself.
Why, hello. Looks like it's your first time to our humble home. Welcome. Do you need a guide?
That's exactly what I need. That and some answers to a few questions I have.
A woman who knows what she wants. Fire away and I'll do my best.
Rumor has it that you bandits might be able to tell me about the Holy Clavis.
So you know who we are. From what I can tell, you don't look like one of those Order lackeys, so what possible use could you have for the Clavis?
Why should I have to tell you that?
You shouldn't, and you don't. You're not one of us, so you can do whatever you want. But I won't be telling you nothing. If you want to know what we know about the Clavis, you'll just have to join our gang, Monoculus. Have you ever wanted to be a bandit? Now's your chance. Not that we let just anyone join us. But we'll at least let you try out. If you don't like that, then I think you know where the exit is. And that's all I've got to say about this. Name's Adonis, by the way. If you want to attempt the trial, just say the word. I'll explain everything you need to know.
If you want to find the Holy Clavis, it looks like there might not be much choice but joining up. I suggest talking to Adonis and finding out what his trial entails. The bandits of this desert have been exploring the ruins for many years. They know what's in there better than anyone. If you want to recover the Clavis, your best hope lies with them.
You ready to see if you've got what it takes to join Monoculus? Oh, made your decision, have you? Then let me explain what you'll have to do. There's a giant sandstorm in the desert. You've seen it, right? It's been causing us nothing but grief out here, to say the least. Make it stop. That's your test. Off you go.
Make it stop? The wind? Do you want a bandit or a holy woman?
Oh, fine. Make me explain it all. Look, that thing's not exactly natural. People call it God's wrath. It's magic or a curse or something. If you can trigger the stone monument near it, you should be able to control it, including making it go away.
If you know that, why haven't you taken care of it, instead of asking a stranger?
What, you think a human can control the weather? That's just crazy talk. Now go and give it your all. Best of luck. Beat the monster near the stone monument, and you'll get the key that activates it. And that's the last freebie you'll get from me.
So if you want into the bandit gang, you'll have to defeat a monster, get a certain key, and somehow use that monument to stop God's wrath.
Hearing what Adonis had to say about it didn't sound like anything a normal person could do.
You're right, it's not a very fair trial. But then again, you are the savior. Doing what regular people can't comes with the job, right?